The first thing we want to do is go up to the balcony, and of course we'll want to open up the mixer case. You want to open up this door here, and also the top here. Once we've opened up the cabinet, we can then power up the system by going to this panel right here, the one that is labeled Juice Goose. First, we'll check the lights. The two lights at the bottom should be lit, indicating that the system is currently powered down. Now we'll turn the key clockwise one click. That will put it into the pause mode, where we'll pause here for a few seconds. Then one more click clockwise will start the power up sequence. It takes a few seconds for everything to power up because it has to do it in a specific order. We want to be sure there's a USB stick plugged into this dongle here because that's what the mixer uses to record the audio on. Next, let's grab the iPad, unplugging the power cable of course, and then we can take the iPad with us back downstairs. First, we need to log into the iPad using the 4-digit passcode. If there are any messages that pop up about updating the operating system, you can safely ignore that for now. We want to go to the app that controls the mixer, and that is the QU pad. It's down in the bottom gray bar. Click on it, and we'll go into the login screen for the mixer. You should see an option for QU-24EPP. That's the one we want. Make sure it's selected and press the connect button. Next, you'll be prompted for what kind of user to log in as. Let's choose standard. Now we'll have to enter the password for the standard user. You may get this warning. We can ignore that by pressing OK. The first thing we want to do inside this app is select the scenes icon along the top of the screen. From the list of all the scenes, we want to choose number 5, Live Stream. It'll turn green, then you'll press Recall, and that will recall that scene so that it is now the active scene. A scene is just a way to store all the settings for a mixer that we can recall at any time. Next, we want to go to the Home icon at the top of the screen, and on the left side there'll be 5 different options. We want to select the QU drive. The QU drive is the USB drive that's plugged into the mixer. On the screen, we want to arm the recording for the multitrack. That is in the lower third of the screen. Now press the record button. That's the button at the bottom with the red circle in the middle of it. This doesn't actually start the recording. It puts it into what it's called the armed mode, which you'll note above the play button. The next step, which is crucially important, we want to check that all the mics are actually working, that they are on, and that we're getting a signal on the mixer. To do this, the easiest thing to do is just tap every mic that we need to use. The mics you'll need to check will of course be the ones that the priests have on them, the wireless ones, but you'll also want to double check the lectern, the pulpit, the altar mic, which is the flat white mic that's sitting on the bottom shelf of the altar, and also do a check for the room mic, which is sitting in a pew a few rows back. To check it, you just want to see that you get a signal like this. Thanks to the scene that we recalled earlier, all the settings for the microphone levels should be fine and should not require any adjustment on your part. Now that we know we're getting signal from all the microphones, all you have to do is press the play button, and that will start the actual recording. Now you can go on to any other duties that you have, or just enjoy the worship service. Once the worship service is over, you'll go back to this same screen, Home, into the QU drive if it's not already there. Press the stop button and it will stop recording. The last thing we need to do on the iPad is go up to the Home tab on the top left side of the screen, and then we press the Shutdown button in the middle of the screen. This will start the shutdown process for the mixer. Now we want to return to the balcony to complete shutting down all of the equipment. To shut down the equipment, it's the same as the startup process, only in reverse. First, we'll turn the key one turn to the left to enter the pause mode. I like to pause here as the label indicates, just to give it time to do whatever it is that it's doing. Then after a few seconds, I turn it all the way down to the off position. It takes a few seconds because it goes through a series where it shuts down pieces of equipment one at a time. While everything is powering down, now would be a good time to take the iPad and hook it back up to the charger so it's ready to go for the next time. Once everything is finished powering down, you can close all the doors to the cabinet and just leave the USB stick in there. And that's all there is to it.